This is the 2025 Chevrolet Equinox LT. Is it the right vehicle with the right features? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. And this is our first look, at least at a car dealership, at the 25 Equinox. I did show it to you at the Chicago Auto Show earlier this year, but I was a lot more limited on what I could do compared to what I can do here. I'm at Red River Chevrolet. If you want to know more about this particular model, check out the link down in the description of the video. For those who are saying, Tom, I really like the looks of the 25 Traverse, but I don't need something that big or that expensive. This is a great option for you because basically it looks the same. It's a little smaller and less expensive. Here on the LT trim level, we're going to find LED headlights and LED tail lights, your daytime running lights right here, and those turn signal indicators, just to show you how everything looks. That flickering effect is not really happening, just in case you were curious. If you were here with me in person, it only looks that way through the lens of my camera. And we'll find overall a very aggressive look with the design of the entirety of the vehicle, but especially here on the front end, a little bit of chrome, a little bit of gloss black. But you also have on the lower portion of the vehicle all the way around, including the surround on the fenders right there, a flat black or a matte black finish. I think that works really well, and it's a little more squared off than what it's been in the past. If you're wondering about the exterior color, it's called Radiant Red Tri-Coat, and it has a black interior. Now your side view mirrors are going to be manually folding in this case. They're power adjustable, they're heated, and they have blind spot monitoring built in. And we'll take a quick look at the remote here. We'll turn around and take advantage of the bright Louisiana sunshine. You'll see that you have lock, unlock, there's your remote start, and you have your power tailgate. If you panic, there's your button. And you'll find passive entry only on the front doors, but I don't think that's a big deal. That's what this chrome button is right here on your body colored door handles. We don't have it on the rear, but you can lock and unlock all four doors from that button right there. You have your roof rails up top. You can get your crossbars, let's get that right, crossbars, and increase your cargo space. And just an overall, well, I'd say sporty look with everything from the design of the windows and the way everything looks as we work our way back here. It works, it matches, it fits. Body colored shark fin antenna, rear roof spoiler right here, and there's your rear window wiper when you need that. Like I said, LED taillights to finish things off. Now you don't have the exposed exhaust outlets, but I don't think, now somebody might prove me wrong in the comment section, anybody is too worried about that as far as a major factor when it comes to whether or not you buy the Equinox. The only difference in size from the previous generation to the current generation of the Equinox is that it is 2.3 inches wider. And under the hood, we're going to find a 1.5 liter turbocharged four-cylinder that makes 175 horsepower, 184 pounds-feet of torque. If you go front-wheel drive, as this model is, you're going to have a CVT. And let's talk about the MPGs on this model. We'll take a look at the window sticker. We're looking at 26 city, 28 highway, 27 combined, and 3.7 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. And if you're curious, you have a capless fuel fill, and when you fill up, you have a potential of 14.8 gallons with your gas tank size. To open the power tailgate, there's a multitude of options on that, including what I showed you on the remote earlier, the button on the tailgate itself, and a button on the driver's side door. We're looking at 29.8 up to 63.5 cubic feet of cargo capacity. You'll have your cargo area lighting right here, lights on each side. Also a 12-volt power outlet, space under the floor for storage as well. You also have a full-size spare tire, so that's always good to know. And you can see how everything looks with the seats folded flat. Let's see what your rear seat passengers are going to find. Plenty of room with the armrest right here. Normally, I don't like to have an angle like this with the door, but it seems that you can have your hand, or your arm, I should say, far enough back to where that's really not as much of an issue. Also a bottle holder here that could really be used as a door bin as well. Plenty of space right there. And something interesting you might not have noticed before, when it comes to lowering these rear seats, as I did right here, you can easily get the seat belt out of the way by simply putting it right here. That's what this little area is for. You can see the space right there. That's what it's for, to stick the seat belt, the buckle right inside there. Pretty easy to deal with. And you'll have your fold down armrest with the cup holders built in. And we'll hop inside. Now, there is some recline built into these rear seats, but that's as much as you're going to get, in case you're curious. We'll also find rear air conditioning vents and some USB connectivity. Also, a couple of rear seat pockets, one on the back of each seat. This particular model does not come with a sunroof, but the sunroof is available. And how about the sticker price? $33,725. Y'all tell me what you think about that, and you can see the animated graphics that come up on the 11.3-inch infotainment screen. I'm going to reach over here and hit the push button start and start things up here so we can not only show you what's going on, but so I can cool off just a little bit. It's actually a lot better than it was. We're not in the triple digits right now. I like that. And here on the driver's side door, you're going to have the one touch down and one touch up windows for your front windows. Your rear windows will be one touch down and one touch up, or excuse me, one touch down, and then you'll have to hold the button to make them go up. But there is one thing I wanted to show you right here, which is the fact that they go down all the way. So I'm going to hold that button and let it go up, and you'll see everything else here that you're used to seeing. Lock and unlock button, everything for controlling your side view mirrors. Now, if you're looking for your power parking brake, it's right here. There's the auto stop start feature if you want to turn that off or turn it on. And you'll see that the interior basically is the same as what we see with the new Equinox, excuse me, the new Traverse. Let's get that right. We are in the Equinox. I need to get that right, that's for sure. So that's what you have. Now, power seats for the driver and the passenger. You have heated seats, ventilated are available, just aren't on this particular model. There is your glove box, and you have quite a bit of space, a little more space with your door bin right there, and a little bit larger armrest as well. Here's your steering wheel with your steering wheel mounted controls. Very easy to figure out. You also have a heated steering wheel. I don't need that right now, but I'll turn that on for just a second so you can see how that functionality works. And here on the steering column, we have everything over here for managing our front and rear window wipers. That also has a different function in addition to that some of you may or may not be familiar with. And then over here is our shifter. So all you have to do is pull back on that and pull down or up to go into reverse, to go into drive, whatever you need to do right there. And our digital instrument cluster. This is 11 inches, so almost as big as the infotainment screen. You can see that everything has a little bit of a curvature to it, especially over here, to allow that to be more driver focused. I like that. And you can make changes as to what's on the screen. We have our built-in navigation right here, so that is very convenient as far as that goes. We also have a very comfortable steering wheel. It is rather warm, even with the heated steering wheel function not being on. That's why I would love to see manufacturers add a ventilated steering wheel. Not sure that we will ever see that. What do you think about that? Do you think that's a good idea or not? There is something that's more conventional that we've had on vehicles for a very long time. The knob for controlling the radio, volume, turning that on and off, all that good stuff. And here with the infotainment screen, I apologize for the glare. Unfortunately, this is the best I can do today, but you can see what's here. You can wirelessly pair your smartphone. You have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Quite a few nice features here. We'll investigate that just a little bit more, kind of get into that a little bit, but not too much. Google Assistant is here, so you can say, hey, yeah, I'm not going to do it because I'll set devices off in your house. But I think all of you know how that works. Alexa is here too. You have quite a few nice features here. Wi-Fi hotspot. You can go into your climate right here if you want to. The good news is that that is not the only place you can do that. You also have physical controls for everything to do with your climate down here. Dual zone climate control. Nice to see that. So you can also change the position where the air is flowing from. All that good stuff. Nothing out of the ordinary where that is concerned. And how about your camera views? Well, there's multiple here. As you can see, we have the overhead view and we have the rear view. So a lot going on there where that's concerned. Very nice, very easy to deal with. You can also control what's going on with your headlights right there if you want to. Turn them on, turn them off, leave them on auto, which is what I'm going to do because that's how it was originally set. Very easy to deal with. How about vehicle settings? Well, let's go in, or just settings in general. We'll go into vehicle in just a second and show you what all is there. But you can see what is here, just for the heck of it, so to speak, just to let you see. I'm not going to go into everything, but there are a couple of things here I did want to show you. Audio settings, teen driver. You can turn off your rear seat reminder or turn it on. Same thing with buckle to drive, climate and air quality. But here is one that a lot of you like to know about. Your collision detection systems. You can change the alert type up there, as you can see, but you have automatic emergency braking, front pedestrian braking, intersection collision braking, your adaptive cruise go notifier, side bicyclist alert, lane change alert, and park assist with braking. So a lot of good things going on where that is concerned. And quite a bit of space here for storage. You have your wireless charging pad. And the thing I like about the wireless charging pad here is the fact that your phone should do a good job of staying in place. It should do a good job of keeping your phone in place, I should say. So that's a good thing. There it is. You can see that it's on right there. But unlike some of the other vehicles where the charging pad is completely flat, and some other manufacturers' vehicles where the phone can move around, I've had that happen to me before. I like this design because it should keep your phone in place. I don't think you have enough horsepower to hit the pedal and end up having it right here. I don't know. You might have to try that sometime and tell me how that works. A little more storage here, cup holders, and your center console. The tray right there, as small as that is, it is there to help with additional space, but it is removable, as you can see, and we'll put that back in. And this is basically the armrest for the driver and the passenger. Nothing built into the seats, but I think that's a good design. We'll also find up here with the upper console the sunglass holder, and then you can see some of the other features that are here. Hopefully that shows up on the screen. Well, I think it does. Hopefully there's enough light. What is it like to drive this particular model? Which, by the way, speaking of driving, you also have, for less than $34,000, your rear view camera mirror. So if you need that, it's here. It is an available option. Nice to have that. It does take some getting used to. Speaking of driving, that's part of it. Now we're going to go on our test drive, and we're going to get out on the road for our test drive with the Equinox. And one thing that has surprised me a little bit is the acceleration. It's quite zippy for what it is. It gets down the road with absolutely no problem. Now I better be careful about getting down the road here because I've got the police officer next to me there, but I'm just now getting to the speed limit. Actually, the Mercedes SUV right there is probably a little more nervous because he's behind him and not behind me. But one thing that I do like here is, yes, it does get down the road a little bit better than you might expect, and the ride quality is good. The handling is pretty good for what it is. I mean, we're not talking about a high performance vehicle here, but at the same time, it's fun to drive. It has that sporty feel to it that I know a lot of you are looking for. So it seems to be a very well-rounded vehicle as far as that goes. Comfortable ride quality and comfortable seating. So let's see if this driver is wise. Good, they're going to give me room to get over on the side right here where I need to be. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about right there, where I'm sitting right now, I can see oncoming traffic. Sometimes you run into those situations where it's the opposite of that. Now we have a chance to do a little bit of an acceleration test here, nothing major, but you know what? Getting up to speed is really not a big deal. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's better than I expected it to be. And the roominess of the interior definitely helps. Well, obviously it's not a mid-size SUV or a full-size SUV. You still have plenty of space. And I'm 5'10". I have a lot of room left to adjust. So for those who ask that very common question I receive on my videos, how well is somebody who is over 6 feet tall going to fit in the interior? I don't think it's going to be a problem at all. Hopefully somebody watching can definitively answer that question for us who is over 6 feet tall, but there's a lot of adjustability left here. And speaking of that, one thing I forgot to talk about earlier in the video, for those who may wish to know, yes, the steering wheel is tilt and telescopically adjustable, so you have that as well. And the steering wheel itself, nice and comfortable. It's a leather wrapped steering wheel. It is nice and comfortable. The only disadvantage to the black interior and the leather wrapped steering wheel, of course, pretty much any black steering wheel is going to have the challenge of being a little on the warm side when your vehicle has sunlight shining in through the windshield or from one of the other windows. That will make the steering wheel itself pretty warm. That's why I say I'd love to see automakers offer a ventilated steering wheel, maybe ventilated and heated, just like the seats can be. I don't know. What do you think about that? All right, tell me what you think down in the comments section. Is the 2025 Chevrolet Equinox the right vehicle with the right features? Obviously, that's going to vary from one person to another as far as the answer to that question, but I've given you the high points, so maybe that will help you make a decision. Don't forget about that link to Red River Chevrolet if you want to come in and buy this model. I do want to say a special thanks to my friends at the dealership for loaning me this Equinox for the day, and a special thanks to each and every one of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That helps me out a lot. Make sure to subscribe, that way you don't miss any future videos. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I'll see you there.